Alright folks, we are back for game number 14. You can see FlareEXE's team there, Charizard, Azumarill, Lucario, Deoxys, um, Thundurus, and Excadrill. My team used to have a big Excadrill weakness, but thankfully I gave a choice Scarf to my Heatran, so that helped. I know he's going to start with Deoxys, so I start with Aegislash, take the Shadow Ball pretty well in defense form, and return a Shadow Ball in return. Now, I used to have Shadow Sneak for situations like these, but at some point I changed it for Pursuit. So, not having Shadow Sneak, I decided to play it safe and get back to defense mode. He's okay letting his Deoxys die, or I guess he's trying to finish off me, but it doesn't do that much in defense mode, and now I can use that Pursuit, which I know is going to knock it out, because if it switches, then I'm still pursuing it. So I'm lucky he didn't switch on the previous turn. Thundurus comes out, and at this point I switch back to defense mode. I must have just forgotten that King's Shield does not protect against status moves, because he Thunder Waves and I get paralyzed, so that's not exactly great news here. So I think at this point, okay, I do take a Thunderbolt just to get some damage on it, and I thankfully do not get fully paralyzed. Shadow Ball does quite a bit thanks to Aegislash's 150 attack stat in attack mode, but I want to save Aegislash, so I switch to Clefable, which is a pretty good special wall. Thunder still does a lot of damage to it, and it gets the 10% paralyzed chance, so that's really not great. Definitely got a little bit of luck on his side there. It might not have been too bad if I had not been fully paralyzed. I could have gotten another Wish out, which, I don't know, might have changed things, might not have. Either way, I don't want to leave Clefable in against Excadrill, so I bring in Vaporeon, who's a pretty good Excadrill counter. Obviously resists the Iron Head. Earthquake will still do a lot of damage to Vaporeon, though, but Skull will do even more to Excadrill. So he predicts that, switches out. I actually go for the Heal Bell, that's right, because I know I have two paralyzed Pokemon. I want to get rid of that paralysis, and I figure he's going to switch. So Heal Bell is the obvious choice. I think he predicts me to switch here, so he Dragon Dances up. But I decide I'm just going to stay in and get the Wish off, and see how well this Vaporeon fares against Charizard X. It's actually Charizard X, not Charizard Y. I think I was kind of expecting a Charizard Y, because that would make it a much better switch-in. He's lucky I didn't use a Scald on the switch-in, that was actually really risky. But even so, I'm doing a lot of damage to this Charizard. I can't take another Dragon Claw, it'll do 60% or so. I do take another Protect just for a little bit more leftovers gain, and then I have to either let Vaporeon die or switch. And I choose to switch, bring Clefable, because I feel like he should use Earthquake there, although I don't know if that would have taken out Vaporeon or not. It might not have, so maybe Dragon Claw was the right play. He Flare Blitzes, which does a ton of damage, but also does a ton of recoil, so Clefable for Charizard is a pretty fair switch in my opinion, because that's his Mega Evolution, and I'm now up 5-4. That's pretty good. Dragonite has Extreme Speed, it's Choice Banded, so that takes out his Thundurus, and Extreme Speed is +2 priority, so even if he was going for the Thunder Wave with Prankster, that only has +1 priority, so that's pretty great. I decided to stay in here. I guess I thought that Extreme Speed would do more than half, and I could survive any attack with Multiscale, but Azumarill is actually fairly bulky, and at this point I just let Dragonite faint, but I guess I was hoping for maybe a nice damage spread there. But either way, his Azumarill is getting pretty low, and I'm still up 4-3. I bring in Vaporeon, and I'm faster, go for the Wish, but I cannot survive the Play Rough. So, I don't know why I didn't bring in Aegislash here. That seems like a pretty good play to heal up Aegislash with that Wish. Instead I bring in Latios. Aqua Jet doesn't do much. I guess he's just trying to get some more damage in before he faints. And Psyshock finishes that off, so I'm in a pretty good spot here. There's the Wish. Brings in Excadrill. Latios doesn't have anything you can really do to Excadrill, but it can't do much to Lucario either. So I just use Draco Meteor to get some damage off against it. And because of Excadrill's Mole Breaker, Latios is not immune to Ground-type moves. That's actually a pretty cool ability in this scenario. Once again, I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can. And down goes Latios. But at this point, I have a Scarf Heatran and Aegislash. Aegislash is really low still. But all I need to do is hit with Fire Blast, and I don't. And he takes out my Heatran. So that's really frustrating, because if I had used that Wish on Aegislash earlier, I don't know, I probably still couldn't have survived Earthquake, it's not a contact move. But really, all I had to do was hit these two Fire Blasts. And if I had hit on Excadrill and missed on Lucario, there's a chance Lucario might not have had like Crunch or something, so maybe my Aegislash could have won. Plus, if it used like a contact move with King's Shield, I probably could have won. So if I had just hit that Fire Blast, I think that game would have been mine. But that's Pokemon. Sometimes you don't get lucky, and I definitely got some bad luck that round, and he won. But thanks for watching, and hopefully I do a little bit better in the next game.